Alex Polizzi is an award-winning hotelier with over 20 years' experience of working in the world's most luxurious hotels. Born into the legendary Forte hotel dynasty, she's on a crusade to transform Britain's most desperate hotels and B&Bs. From outrageous owners...
I'm going to stand here and I'm going to lob these rolls onto your plates. Yes.
Charming as you are, you're not very competent.
Fucking hell. No, fuck.
to dodgy decor.
I feel like I'm in someone's womb.
Nothing escapes the hotel inspector's beady eye.
It's absolutely filthy. Oh, the glamour. Oh, the glamour of it all.
Or her quest for perfection.
That is a campaign, definitely. That is personal.
Wake up, hello.
Yeah.
Hotel is personal, but this is a business.
This week, Alex is all shook up in Yorkshire.
You've got Thai fish cakes, you've got Chinese, you've got Mexican.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes, I think it is. I can feel my arteries clogging as I eat.
I think she was missing the point totally.
What are they trying to do? Kill me in one meal? Every horrible little place I visit has a presence. You are nowhere to be found. They're throwing away the opportunity to make money here.
Elvis has left the building, believe you me. Thank you, good night.
The Sandygate Hotel in Wath-upon-Dearne, South Yorkshire. Proprietors Diane Elliott and her husband, 6'6" chef and Elvis fanatic, Dave.
Check on!
Thank you. 2 fish cake plates. My food is the best you'll find probably in the north of England. You know, that might sound like blowing your own trumpet, but I have a magical touch that nobody else has.
Dave handles all things culinary.
Veggie burger with bacon. What's all that about?
While Diane looks after the rooms and front of house.
Good afternoon, Sandygate House Hotel.
It's an equal partnership, though some are more equal than others.
I respect her views and respect her opinion. Push comes to shove, I get the final say.
Dave, check on.
Dave's the gaffer. I just work for him.
Here's me sweating me brow off. Can't even write a table number.
One cocktail.
But although Dave's restaurant turns a small profit, elsewhere in the hotel, they're struggling.
Everything that I make on the restaurant, it goes to keep the place going, so we're virtually making nothing.
The function room lies empty most of the week, and the guest rooms are frequently deserted.
It can get very upsetting when you're working so hard, cooking so many meals, and you realise that it's all for nothing.
With occupancy rates as low as 2%, Dave and Diane can't survive much longer.
The expenses, the overheads, wages, everything else. Possibly 6 months.
The Elliots are facing a crisis, and for Dave, it's not the first time.
Before I came to the Sandygate, I was a bit of a lost soul, really. I'd had 3 restaurants over a period of years. I'd gone through divorce, hit the bottle, and was really losing my way. And I committed a crime, a fraud, basically obtaining goods by deception, which I got into trouble with the police for, which is something that I deeply, deeply regret and would never go down that avenue again.
Diane already had the Sandygate when Dave arrived as a temporary chef.
Diane really turned my life around, really. You know, the old saying for the love of a good woman.
With the Sandygate now in trouble, the couple are hoping award-winning hotelier Alex Polizzi can prevent it from becoming their very own heartbreak hotel.
Well, first impressions aren't great. There's some horrible baskets that look as if they're filled with rubbish on the walls, and an absolutely ghastly signboard, completely empty of information.
To try and find out where Dave and Diane are going wrong, Alex will stay the night.
Hi.
Hiya. Morning, I'm David. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Diane.
Diane, my wife.
Alex Polizzi. Hi. Thank you so much for inviting me. I've come to check in.
All right.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Is this where guests would usually check in?
Yeah, the reception's behind the bar.
OK.
Along with the poor signage, the informal check-in could confuse guests further.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Next stop, the accommodation.
Follow me this way.
Yeah.
The hotel has 11 bedrooms, all en suite, ranging from £50 to £75 per night B&B.
Right, Alex, here's your room. OK.
Very nice, thank you.
No problem.
Well, the bed's made with nice white linen. Everything looks very clean. 2 bedside tables, 2 bedside lights. This is a bit shabby, but it's not the end of the world. This is a perfectly nice room.
And it's a similar story throughout the guest rooms. From the most basic
Small, but inoffensive.
to the more ostentatious.
Well, this must be the pièce de la résistance, the bridal suite, no less. A few desiccated balls, obviously nice to have on your wedding night. Goodness gracious me, talk about throwing some light on the subject. It's not to my taste, but I have to say, the rooms are pretty nice here.
But the Sandygate's rooms are no use at all if nobody knows about them. And it soon becomes clear to Alex that the Sandygate may be Britain's first invisible hotel.
I'm just trying to find either Sandygate Hotel or Sandygate House Hotel somewhere on the internet. They don't exist on any of the obvious hotel review sites, and I can't find them on any of the room booking sites either. So unless you know that they're here, how on earth are you going to find them?
It's a shocking discovery, but a bigger surprise awaits when Alex visits Dave's restaurant.
Oh my goodness gracious me. I mean, what are they trying to do? Kill me in one meal?
You know, she's a bit of a skinny bird. I like a bit of something to get hold of myself.
You've got over 30 starters, you've got over 40 mains.
She was missing the point totally.
Chef and Elvis fanatic Dave Elliott and his wife Diane own and run the struggling Sandygate Hotel on the outskirts of Rotherham.
Yorkshire puddings, because we're in Yorkshire. Look at the size of them beauties. Look at them. Gorgeous.
Occupancy rates are as low as 2%. They've called on renowned hotelier Alex Polizzi for help. So far, she's been pleasantly surprised by Diane's guest rooms,
The rooms are pretty nice here.
but has uncovered a shocking lack of any marketing.
Unless you know that they're here, how on earth are you going to find them?
Now, Alex wants to check out Dave's pride and joy,
Yeah, right, okay.
the restaurant.
Would you like any wine?
I'm going to look at the wine list now, thank you. Their wines by the bottle seem very cheap to me. I would really like to make sure that Diane's making the margins that she thinks she's making on the bar.
Despite doing a poor lunchtime trade, Dave's convinced it's his restaurant that's propping up the rest of the failing business.
My food's regarded in high esteem in this area. I don't think there's any problem down here at all in the restaurant.
Alex has worked with some of the world's finest chefs, but that doesn't faze the Sandygate's own culinary giant.
A lot of people might be quaking in the boots. I don't quake in my boots, you see. There's nothing happening down there. She'll really enjoy it, I know she will.
The chef's bravado is reflected in his menu. A journey around the world in 80 dishes.
It's a huge menu. There's 30 starters alone. It's bewildering. We have Louisiana prawns. We have Chinese dumplings.
In this pan, we've got traditional British braised steak,
Frog's legs.
Italian mushroom white wine sauce.
Chili con carne, so a bit of Mexican as well.
We do a dish called Chinese 3 in a bed with a hoisin sweet chili sauce.
Ostrich steak.
A massive menu means more work for Dave and more outlay on ingredients.
Can't quite see how he doesn't lose money, seeing as it's not busier than it is. It doesn't make sense to me.
And Dave's mega menu is more than matched by his king-sized portions.
OK, hotel inspector away. Here we go.
Oh my goodness gracious me. Thank you. Oh, this is for people with appetite, isn't it? Thank you so much. I can feel my arteries clogging as I eat. Just how much is on a plate is slightly off-putting, let alone then having to eat it. I'm quite overcome.
You know, she's a bit of a skinny bird. I like a bit of something to get hold of myself.
That's no way an 8-ounce fillet steak. No fucking way. I mean, what are they trying to do? Kill me in one meal?
Alex knows that bulging waistbands in the restaurant mean overflowing rubbish bins in the kitchen.
So that's £19 worth of steak, and I've probably left £8 of it on the plate. You know, the whole idea is to increase revenue, not to stuff people until they're the size of Dave.
Dave, hotel inspector wants to speak to you.
Hello, Alex. What did you think?
I could not fault the food. So you're obviously a very good chef, but
Here we go.
I sent back a lot of it. Now you clearly are a man with a certain appetite, and
Yes.
not everyone is. I think the portion sizes are enormous.
I'm a large guy, but you're a very slim woman.
Okay,
So
but
if you had some light fish or something like that, might have been better. You ordered 2 heavy dishes.
I wanted steak.
Right.
You've got over 30 starters. You've got over 40 mains. You've got Thai fish cakes. You've got Chinese. You've got Mexican. Italian.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah?
Absolutely, I do. You had 4 customers at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Tonight,
Yeah.
I've seen maybe 16 with me. With that kind of menu and with, therefore, that kind of stocking, what does that do to your margins?
The hotel is in crisis, and far from being the solution, Dave's beloved restaurant is a big part of the problem.
I think she was missing the point totally. Maybe she's only worked with chefs with very limited ability as well. Some chefs can't hold that many things in their mind as well.
Obviously, having such a low occupancy rate is not helping the health of their balance sheet. But I think it's essential that the size of the portions is correct for the price they're selling it, and that they're making a healthy profit.
The next morning, and Dave is still feeling a little sensitive.
Alex has been here looking around everywhere, been a bit of a snooper. It is a bit pressurised, you feel a little bit under scrutiny. It's like somebody looking in your knicker drawer. Not that I wear knickers, but, you know, only at weekends.
Alex thinks it's time to get Dave and Diane's dirty laundry out in the open, starting with the tatty entrance and confusing check-in.
First thing I noticed was these awful baskets, which are kind of look like they've kind of got garden rubbish in them at the moment. I think it's better to have them empty than to have them not very appealing. Yeah. Also, as you walk in, you've got this notice board with nothing on it. When you check in, you really want some guidance about where to go, and especially if you're a woman travelling on her own like me, or if it's busy, because it's quite confusing even after you walk in through that front door.
Yeah.
Next on Alex's hit list, Dave's overindulgent restaurant, which needs to be a much leaner, meaner operation.
I really think that it's very important that we get the offering right, that we get the cost right, that we get the portion sizes right. And I've talked to David about that separately. I would really like you to make sure that you look again at the bar, make sure that you really are hitting your margins on everything you sell. You should be making 70% on your wine, darling. You really should, at least. So you're silly if you're not. It really is, it's unforgivable.
Alex also wants Dave and Diane to understand that the guest rooms are just as important to the business as the restaurant.
Room occupancy is very low, and so that side of the business is not pulling its weight. But they actually bring in a lot of money for very little cost.
Yeah.
I don't think rooms are necessarily...
Our bag.
No. Do you think that's fair?
I think it's more mine than Dave's.
Yeah, I've been negligent in that department.
And finally, the Sandygate can no longer afford to be a hidden hotel.
I find the fact that you have no existence on the internet really terrifying, because every shithole I visit, and this is very far, I'd like to make that clear, I'm not putting you in that category, but, you know, every horrible little place I visit has a presence on internet review sites, on booking sites. You are nowhere to be found. Nowhere.
No.
You know, you need to get out there and make sure that you are letting people know what you are offering. And I think our final and most important thing is to try and achieve a star rating for you.
Yeah, we'd very much like to get a star rating.
Again, that gives you a presence. I hope I've made David and Diane realise that they're really sitting on a gold mine, and a gold mine that they're not exploiting. I think I've shown them some ways that we may start to do that, because I'd like to see that the rooms and the restaurant contribute to the future success of the Sandygate.
She did touch a nerve a little bit. You always like to think you know what you're doing, especially after nearly 30 years of doing it.
We're just desperate to get people through the doors and looking after the downstairs without thinking about what was going on upstairs. We need to refocus and get the rooms occupied.
It's been a real eye-opener and brought some home truths.
Alex has left Dave and Diane with a clear recipe for success. Dave must increase his margins by slashing his menu and his portion sizes. They must immediately start advertising the hotel's bedrooms by getting on the internet and targeting the local corporate market. And finally, Dave and Diane should reach for the stars and get the Sandygate officially rated. Two weeks on, Diane has been busy renegotiating with suppliers to get a better deal on the bar stock.
Pinot Grigio, 1 case. The Mathias Rosé, 1 case.
While Dave has heeded Alex's advice and is investigating his whopping portions.
Your wastage there is £1 7 ounces, which is almost 3 8-ounce fillet steaks.
And as one of his signature starters, Big Dave's spare ribs, hits the scales, the results are hard to swallow.
Ooh, Lord. I was hoping it'd be about 8 ounces, half a pound. So really, it's double what I was thinking. I'm gonna hate doing this calculation. We should be selling it at £7. We're selling it at £3.95. So
Gonna have to be little Dave's ribs from now on.
So, does that mean I've got to go on a diet? Yeah? OK. So, yeah.
It's an eye-opener for the Elliots. But will they jump to it when the hotel inspector demands a little less conversation?
Why is your menu still so enormous? I think that this is you showing off.
Right.
And a lot more action.
I don't understand why he hasn't done this off his own back.
As regards to the menu, the jury's out.
The Sandygate near Rotherham, an unrated 11-bedroom hotel run by Elvis fan Dave Elliott and his wife Diane. But with dire occupancy rates, the couple's home has become less Graceland, more Amityville horror.
I haven't had a wage for quite a long time.
It can get very upsetting when you're working so hard and you realise that it's all for nothing.
Hotel Inspector Alex Polizzi has discovered a total lack of advertising.
Every shithole I visit has a presence on the internet. You are nowhere to be found. Nowhere.
And has pleaded with Dave to cull his king-sized a la carte and set table d'hôte menus.
You've got over 30 starters. You've got over 40 mains.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes, I think it is.
But she's not convinced that the larger-than-life chef has the appetite for change. So she's back to check on progress.
So what have you been up to since I last saw you?
We've done a lot, Alex. It's portion sizes.
Yeah.
We've reduced. The main one was the ribs. When we costed it, we found out that we weren't making a penny. We've reduced the table d'hôte menu. Yeah.
Is this the rejigged one?
Yeah, that's
It still looks enormous, but...
It is, but it's a lot less. 6 starters and 6 mains have gone.
And what's happened with the a la carte menu? Have you taken anything off that?
No. Some people, they like the mixture. They like to come have, say, a partridge, a steak, and then someone else wants a burger and a chilli.
I mean, anyway, there's no point me trying to convince you of this because obviously this is something that you're not going to change.
Well, I am working towards it, Alex.
Are you?
Yeah, it's just, you can't do it overnight.
OK, well then, I'll tell you what. Because I don't want to go on arguing this with you, I would like you to get your waitresses to put every item that is on the menu onto a spreadsheet, and every time someone orders it, I want them to put one tick in a box. I mean, if I see that in a month 3 things have never been ordered,
Yeah.
I think that is the
lost, yeah.
Do you see?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I'd like
That's
us
a
to
good
go
idea.
from a point of knowledge.
Dave may not have made the kind of progress Alex would have liked with the menus, but he has decided on a major change at the hotel. One that puts his restaurant firmly at the top of the bill.
I've had the idea to rebrand the place, call it Elliott's, which is my second name, Kitchen and Lounge at the Sandygate.
Right.
It emphasises that we're a good restaurant.
Yeah.
And a hotel as well.
OK, I like the idea of Elliot's Kitchen. I think it sounds kind of funky and of the moment. But one of the focuses of my attention here is really the rooms, and it's a side that's been ignored. And I don't like feeling again that this food and beverage operation is taking prominence. I think we need to really emphasise the location is the Sandygate Hotel.
Despite Dave's confidence in his restaurant, at the moment it doesn't attract a big lunchtime crowd. Alex thinks the underused but light and airy function room might provide a solution.
Now, I think this area is really underutilised, and I think this is somewhere that people should gravitate to anyway during the day because it's so light. So I'd like you to let me take control of it here, and I would like to decorate it, warm it up a bit, do something with the lighting. All in all, make it an alternative place to eat.
Lovely.
Does that sound good?
Sounds great to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But without decent advertising, any improvements at the Sandygate will go unnoticed. So far, there's little sign of the marketing drive Alex demanded for the Sandygate's bedrooms.
I think that they haven't quite grasped the nettle yet. They're throwing away the opportunity to make money here.
So, to try and get her message through to Dave and Diane, Alex has called in some local business people who regularly book hotels in the area.
So, this is pretty much what all the rooms are like. What do you think so far?
Surprised.
Well, I was.
Yeah.
Yes, very surprised.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite light and modern, isn't
I
it?
mean, I don't know about you, but if I was travelling for work, I wouldn't find this offensive in any way, shape or form.
No,
No.
not at all.
It's $49.99 for a single person.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Diane, you got the thumbs up. Go on. Follow Diane, please. Thank you.
You'd like to go in?
Oh, this is nice.
So, did you know this place was here?
I knew the pub was here. I didn't realise they had hotel rooms as well.
If we didn't know and we only worked down the road, then and we book hotels for people, then I certainly didn't know they had rooms like this.
Any advertising, Diane, hasn't been very effective.
No.
They didn't even know that there were rooms here. They knew the Sandygate as a pub.
Because once they've seen it, I'm sure that people would use it.
This is exactly the kind of clientele that you really need for the Sandygate.
Dave, they've been up looking at our bedrooms.
Right.
They didn't know the rooms were here. That's probably why we're not so full.
If they are to save their hotel, the Elliots must act now and start marketing the accommodation before it's too late. And the reluctant Dave must be far more ruthless with his menus.
As regards to the menu, the jury's out. Let's see when we get the figures back in, whether it's the delectable hotel inspector or the Elvis chef, who's going to be the winner.
Three weeks later, and it appears Dave and Diane have stepped up a gear. The rebranding has gone ahead, with the hotel side of the business getting equal billing. Almost.
Being called Elliot's Kitchen at the Sandygate Hotel. And we've got new signage, we've got new menus and new brochures. Yeah, it's all good.
Inside, Diane has tackled the confusing and informal check-in.
We've actually created a reception. There's a designated desk where people can check in and they know where they're going to.
And they're creating their first ever website.
We could try and show the feature of the little twinkle lights underneath. We can get that in at some stage, and maybe a low shot or something.
Meanwhile, Alex's team are busy turning the underused function room into a welcoming daytime dining area.
It's like quite a nice mushroom colour.
And Dave's heavyweight portions are being slimmed down.
For example, the fish cakes, they used to be, well, at least half the size again, and it's helping our margins greatly.
But is his newfound enthusiasm a mere flash in the pan? The hotel inspector's back to find out. The initial signs are good. The rubbish has disappeared from the hanging baskets, and the tatty notice board is a thing of the past.
I can't believe what a dramatic difference this makes. When you think of when I first arrived and there was that nasty chalkboard with nothing on it, this looks professional, it looks clean, it looks smart. It's very encouraging, it entices you in. Between that and the signage out the front, I think they've already completely transformed the Sandygate.
Next stop, the newly improved function room.
Doesn't this look great?
It does.
Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, very good.
It's been transformed from an underused and uninviting afterthought into a welcoming, modern, bistro-styled space with warm lighting and contemporary furnishings. Still ideal for functions, but also much more appealing for lunchtime diners.
In the past, people felt a bit second best in here.
Yeah.
But now they'll feel equally, if not better. I think
Good.
people actually will ask to eat in here.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased with progress so far.
Good.
But there's one subject the hotel inspector and Dave still can't see eye to eye on.
I have the new a la carte menu, which is looking so much better. It looks like he cut a lot of dishes from this menu. However, the table d'hôte menu is still huge. Now, the whole point about the table d'hôte menu is it's a set menu, and almost everywhere else you go, you'll see that there is normally 3 to 5 or 6 starters and mains, and quite often they're used by people who lunch because it's a quick and easy lunch service. I don't understand why he hasn't done this off his own back.
As Alex demanded, Dave has kept a record of his best and worst sellers. While classic dishes like braised steak have sold well, others, like the Swedish smorgasbord, have proved far less popular.
Why is your table d'hôte menu still so enormous? Smorgasbord 15. Do you think that's good over 6 weeks? That's an average of 2 a week when you don't have roll mop herrings, fresh anchovies anywhere else on a menu.
No.
I really do think that unless you sell about 6 portions a week of something, it's not worth having it.
Attractive.
Can I say to you that I think that this is you showing off?
Yeah, right.
I'm not doing it just to torture you. I'm doing it because I want to make your business more profitable and make sure that you have a very efficient operation. And I don't think that this is efficiency.
No. I think it can be reduced again. Maybe 6 or maybe 8 starters.
I'll allow you 8.
8, OK.
But that is it.
It's not just in the kitchen where Alex wants more decisive action. She now wants Dave and Diane to take their marketing campaign to a new level.
Now, David and Diane, I do challenge you to make some appointments with some corporate customers and sell your hotel and your product, your operation to them. Once you have made these appointments, I want you to do an open day so that people can actually come and see the operation.
The final step in getting the hotel noticed will be to achieve a star rating.
I think in your position, it's definitely worth having a rating. It will mean that people look up hotels in the area and you'll come up. You'll come up on their assessment, and I think that's very important for you.
Dave and Diane have decided to apply for a rating as a hotel rather than guest accommodation. They hope it'll make them more attractive to the corporate market, but it will be much harder to get the stars.
We're definitely going for it, that's for sure. And my strong feeling is, as with everything, we push for the best. So the best we can obtain is 3 stars. So I think we're going to go for it, aren't we, darling?
We're going to try for 3.
We're going to try for 3. OK, we're going to get 3 stars.
They are now facing a really big challenge, and it's something that ultimately I can't help them with. Will they get their 3 stars? I hope with every atom of my being that they manage to achieve it. We'll just have to wait and see.
Four weeks later, and Dave is preparing to leave the familiarity of his kitchen and venture out in search of corporate customers.
This slide shows our luxurious bridal accommodation. I'm a chef, and as a chef, I struggle with the marketing side of the business. And it's not really Diane's strong point. To be honest, we're quite clueless. Our website's at www.sandygatehotel.co.uk.
Alex has arranged for him to pitch his hotel to 2 major local businesses. First, a communications company with over 700 employees.
Right, OK. It's taken me to prepare this presentation not that long. There's a lovely picture of myself and my wife. Looks a little bit scary, but a little bit nervous, but we'll see how it goes. Elvis the chef. I've tried to present myself as business-minded, business-like, but with an element of chic rock and roll cool. Fortunately, my cooking's better than my singing, so I'm told.
However, a flustered Dave has omitted some rather basic info from his presentation.
How many rooms do you have, Dave?
Is the Wi-Fi facilities in the rooms?
How close are you to the site of TSC?
He's determined to raise his game for his next pitch.
Good morning. My name is David Elliott. Welcome to my world.
At one of the leading construction companies in the north of England.
My wife Diane. I think I've got it nailed now. Good afternoon, everybody. My name's David Elliott. Welcome to my world. We're small, we're a family business, so we can offer much better personal service.
It's an altogether more confident performance.
We've got an open day, which, by the way, you're all invited to. And once people have been through the door once, I'm sure they'll come back again.
And despite the odd misjudged comment,
it's something different. It's not just like totally corporate, everything the same.
it appears Dave has pulled it off.
He came across as really likeable, actually, when he started talking, which is strange given the first impression of the, you know, the open shirt and everything like that.
But yeah, I think we would definitely consider using the Sandygate.
Maybe just button up one button on his shirt.
But will Dave and Diane's open day turn on their corporate guests?
It's now or never for the Sandygate.
This is our bridal room with our twinkle lights on the ceiling, so when you lay horizontal, they can look up and think they're looking at the stars.
And have they done enough to win their coveted 3-star rating?
So, dear sir, what is the verdict?
Well,
The struggling Sandygate Hotel near Rotherham, now rechristened Elliot's Kitchen at the Sandygate by its owners, Dave and Diane Elliot. Hotel Inspector Alex Polizzi is attempting to turn their fortunes around. She's transformed the underused function room into a welcoming lunch venue and pushed Chef Dave to reduce his oversized portions and menu.
I think that this is you showing off.
Right.
Now the couple face the biggest day in the hotel's history. Alex has asked them to hold an open day to put the inconspicuous hotel back on the map.
I'm just checking to make sure that I haven't run out of any beer.
And she's arranged for a secret inspection by the tourism agency to try and earn them their first ever star rating. Diane thinks she's checking in an ordinary guest, but he's really an incognito assessor who'll be scrutinising every aspect of the hotel, including the service at reception,
Shall I take and show you a room?
thank you.
the quality and comfort of the rooms,
Going to be stopping in room 11.
Thank you very much.
and the standard of food and service in the restaurant.
We've taken every step that we possibly can to achieve, hopefully, the 3 stars. We can't do any more than what we've physically done. If we get 3 stars, there's going to be some champagne going. Trust me.
Although they're unaware of the assessor's presence, the Elliots feel they've made every effort to achieve their dream 3-star rating. It would do a lot to attract new guests to the Sandygate's empty bedrooms, but that alone won't be enough. Today's open day for the local corporate community is critical. Alex is back to make sure the day runs smoothly.
Today is really important. It's now or never for the Sandygate. They've got an open day to show off the hotel and the restaurant to some of these new potential clients that Dave's gone out and grabbed on the streets of Rotherham.
Dave's marketing tour appears to have paid off, with the arrival of delegates from a number of local organisations.
It's delicious.
First, lunch in the refurbished function room. A chance for the guests to sample a selection from Dave's now dramatically reduced menu.
Okay, nice.
And for Diane and Alex, a chance to sell the hotel's good points.
Have you seen bedrooms before?
I haven't seen the bedrooms here before, no.
I'll look forward to showing you some of the rooms if you're happy to do that.
Definitely, yes.
And the food's very good.
Just tried the food. The canopy was certainly lovely.
And the only way to make it full is to make sure that everyone knows that it's here. And Dave going out and doing some direct marketing and the open day that he has today all feeds into that.
Next, a tour of those underused bedrooms.
This is our bridal room with our twinkle lights on the ceiling, so when you lay horizontal, which I think they might just be now and again, they can look up and think they're looking at the stars.
The event culminates with a charity stage show. And it's Viva South Yorkshire as Dave and Diane bring a touch of Vegas to Rotherham. Alex continues with the big sell. And all the effort seems to be paying off.
So you've seen the rooms for the first time. What did you think?
Very nice. Nice, spacious rooms, clean. Free Wi-Fi is definitely positive for our business people. So, yes, really nice. I can't see why it can't be one of our preferred hotels.
The business people are won over. But there's one visitor at the hotel who may prove harder to please. And he's about to reveal his true identity.
Morning.
Good morning. I'm here on behalf of Visit England from Quality and Tourism. I'm here to carry out the assessment on the Sandygate Inn.
Right, okay.
Good morning. Nice to see you officially, or meet you officially.
Right, thank you.
The secret assessor has completed his inspection, and now it's the moment of truth. Have Dave and Diane done enough to earn their coveted 3 stars?
So, dear sir, what is the verdict?
I feel the property sits very much at the top end of 2-star at the present time.
Well, we've got 2 stars. We wanted 3.
Slight disappointment.
A slight disappointment, but at least we're on the road. It
Yeah.
will mean, hopefully, that next year we can get the 3rd star, now that we've started the process. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm slightly disappointed, but there's nothing else I can do. I suppose 2 stars better than none.
I feel incredibly frustrated for David and Diane that they haven't got their 3 stars, but on the other hand, we must be positive about this. They had no stars, they've now got 2 stars. There were so many more positives than negatives in everything that he had to say.
Dave and Diane aimed high and fell a little short. But the assessor is still leaving them with a valuable 2 stars to add to their long list of other achievements.
All in all, do you think that this has been a worthwhile process?
Absolutely, without a doubt. Really good.
What about you, Diane? You're the quiet one. Has it been worth it for you doing this?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
4 months ago when I came, you basically didn't exist. And now, not only do you have a website, but the fact that you have 2 stars, that is going to really help in filling your rooms, which, as we know, was the weak side of the business.
Yeah.
I think you two are a great couple and a great team, and I really wish you and the Sandygate every success that there can be, because I think you deserve it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That means a lot to us.
Despite being slightly disappointed that Sandygate didn't achieve the 3 stars that we were all desperately hoping for, I'm incredibly proud of David and Diane. They were prepared to step out of their comfort zone, try a lot of things that they hadn't done before, and also they've shown a real determination to make the Sandygate a success. The Sandygate is on the right path, and in the future, if they want to go for that 3rd star, I'm sure that they'll achieve it.
2 months on, corporate bookings have increased. The revamped function room is a hit, and Dave has managed to increase his margins in the restaurant by a massive 20%. The Sandygate is no longer a heartbreak hotel.
Elvis has left the building, believe you me. Thank you, good night.